Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Mada Hugh Show. I'm Mada.
And I'm Hugh. And in this episode, we're going to be exploring a relatively unknown work by the Czech composer Leopold Koželuch, an actual four-hand concerto. This show is brought to you by Cunningham Piano. Cunningham Piano is one of the oldest piano stores in America. They've been around since 1891, and they now have stores in King of Prussia, which is a suburb outside of Philadelphia, where we actually are right now, also in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and Delmar, Delaware. Thanks to Cunningham Piano, of course, we have this wonderful space and these magnificent pianos to play on, such as today's piano, which is a Bösendorfer Model 225, an incredible piano with 4 extra keys on the bottom, one of our favorite pianos to play on. And it has an interesting relationship to the composer that we're going to be talking about, Leopold Koželuch.
The indirect connection is that Kozeluch flourished as a composer, pianist, and teacher in Vienna for most of his life. He was the cultural center of the 18th century, also going into the 19th century. And while going through his biography, we were so surprised to see how many similarities his life had with Mozart's life. In fact, the first one that basically strikes you is that his first name is the same with Mozart's father's name, Leopold.
They were both in Leopold.
Yes. And he was born in what we call today the Czech Republic. So he was, I would say, 50-50, a Czech composer and Austrian composer. Well, he became, of course. Well, just you can say other similarities that actually impressed you.
What was interesting is that Mozart and Kozeluch seem to run almost parallel careers, with the exception of the fact that Kozeluch ended up rather successful. He not only was a composer, a pianist, and all the things a lot of things that Mozart did, and wrote many the same kinds of music that Mozart wrote, but he ended up becoming a music publisher and having his own music publishing company, which helped to publish his own music, of course. And his music was so popular in the day that it was actually credited for making then the fortepiano, the immediate predecessor to the modern piano, more popular, kind of eclipsing the harpsichord, which is a more primitive instrument that was more predominant right before the introduction of the fortepiano. So commercially successful, and in fact, I think because of his financial success and societal success, connecting with a lot of the royalty, composers like Beethoven had some rather harsh words for him.
It was probably, Beethoven having a very hard life. Didn't like Kozeluch very much, and there is this letter that Beethoven addressed to one of his friends and calling Kozeluch miserabilis, which is a very harsh word. In fact, Kozeluch met Mozart. He was born 9 years before Mozart, and definitely he met Beethoven. So they knew about each other. Small world back then.
And Kozeluch actually replaced Mozart.
Yes, after Mozart's death, Kozeluch replaced Mozart as Kammerkapellmeister, as music director and composer.
Yeah, so again, very similar pattern.
In fact, the first time when Mozart was kicked out by the Archbishop of Salzburg, Kozeluch wanted to take his place as a court composer. But he was afraid that he would get the same ill treatment that Mozart. Yes, he would get mistreated like Mozart did. But Mozart was very well known for his particular temperament and behavior.
So the reason we came across this rather unique and interesting and pretty unknown composer at this time. Of course,
Yeah.
Mozart has the last laugh, right? Mozart
Of
is
course.
Mozart.
Yeah.
And almost nobody knows Kozeluch. But the reason we came across this composer was we were invited by Maestro Robert Butts, who is the conductor of the Baroque Orchestra of New Jersey. He thought it would be nice if we could find a concerto, which is a piece normally played by maybe one pianist or one soloist with an orchestra. Would it be neat if we could find a piece for what we do? 2 people, 1 piano, and orchestra. They're not many
Oh, no,
works
no,
like
no, no, no. I mean, other than this, there's a Chinese concerto and something that we have found out recently, Fazil Sai's forehand.
Mm.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity to discover and explore this person's piece. And I have to say, Kozeluch has a wonderful effervescent elegance to it. I am really
Yeah,
falling
I
in love with
don't,
this piece.
in the whole concerto, there is probably 1 or 2 slight touches of sadness, but the rest is very bubbly, is very pleasant. It's very elegant. That it reflects the spirit of that time
Mhm.
with a lot of courtesy and a lot of, like I said, elegance
Good
and a
man.
lot of good manners. Don't forget your manners. Yes.
So why don't we play through, we'll just play a couple of excerpts. Obviously, we don't have an orchestra with us, but we'll just play a couple of excerpts from the 3 movements that comprise this piece and give you a little taste of what this piece sounds like. So now I think you can see why we dressed up in our finest performance outfit. This is the kind of music that makes you think of Viennese waltzes, Viennese balls,
And
and
also, it makes you want to be well dressed.
yes,
Outfit
well-mannered.
outfit completes the spirit of the music and the charm.
Yeah.
And psychologically, it is true. It works.
I think
at
so.
least.
And you look absolutely magnificent.
You too,
Why-
sir. You
why-
look very fancy.
Why, thank you, Lily. We hope you enjoyed that exploration of a composer that, obviously is very deep in the shadow of Mozart, but I think really deserves to be heard more often. Leopold Koželuch, the Viennese Czech composer that we really had a lot of fun learning.
For true. And please visit our website. We have a pretty full list of gigs and concerts coming up.
And we also have a Patreon page. So if you'd like to support us more directly, we would really, really appreciate that. Once again, our website address is madahugh.com. For the Mada Hugh Show, I'm Hugh.
And I'm Mada. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And see you next time with another episode.